That's really good done. I can find you a game. But PSN, I got hacked just over a week ago. And people were struggling to get online, they can't get kicked off for no apparent reason. And when I found out it had been hacked. But it seems to be back to normal now.
Okay, come on, I'm here. What the hell? Yeah, you need me to call you back in. I'll do that.
It took me off it once you called me.
Alright.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, when you call me in, sometimes it kind of like unconnection deal, and it takes me right off, and I had to wait for this thing to show up, the join in. So yeah. Sorry about that. I know you're kind of like, hey, where are you? Oh look, Darren and his bunch of animal pets. Food kid.
Sweet. I've never been like really off PSN around, so.
Oh, can I ask you a question, Darren?
Yeah?
What's the reason why? What's the real reason why you want to marry me?
Because I love you and you're my best friend.
Oh, I love you too, and you're my best friend too.
I mean, I'm not totally into this. Is this recording?
So, we said a couple things on here before. You're not in the whole what?
No, I'm not into the whole. No, I'm gonna control you and I wanna have sex with you, to force you to force you. You know what I mean?
I know you won't. You will want to, right?
Yeah, I would want to, but I'm not gonna do it.
Do it right, you mean?
You know what I mean? What?
To do it right, you mean?
I want to do it right, you know? I mean, the only reason is because he wanted it. You weren't ready. Bastard didn't know. You know. He's probably used to controlling. He's probably used to controlling bitches. You know, sorry.
I know.
Sorry.
Did you just say bitches?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes. And I didn't mean that in a bad way. He's probably used to controlling bitches. You know?
Thanks, Darren.
He's rich. No, he's...
I know.
You know what I meant.
He's a snob, Darren. And he has a lot of things that's wrong with him. So, you know...
Okay, this is recording.
It's fine. Heck, you go on YouTube and check out naughty, bad things. A lot of it on YouTube.
Okay, so this is recording, so it's good.
This is normal.
We do have footback who can tell us a lot about the PS4.
Okay. I love you.
Just found out a little bit planet-free stuff.
Love you too.
Stephen Fry's been confirmed as the narrator. So I'm It's always good because I was quite good at a lot of the other little bit fun games. And I don't know if you can find you a game, but PSN got hacked just over a week ago, and people were struggling to get online.
You know, there's one question that I have, and he asked this yesterday.
Okay.
You would think a company such as Sony would have better security.
And you don't.
Why in the hell does their network keep getting hacked? You know?
Yeah, no, but they have so much money, but they don't use it for something.
Yeah. Just use it for some damn good security.
Yeah, so people won't hack.
I swear. You know, you hear it all the time. You know, PSN's been hacked. You know, Xbox Live was hacked. Get some good security. Don't.
I know, like, you got so much money, why don't you just go out and spend it for
Oh
that?
my god. Yeah, exactly.
Instead of like, oh, it's getting hacked, well, then go spend the much money that you have. You have enough.
Holy shit.
Don't get
You know,
broken.
yeah. And Stars actually asked the same question.
Yeah, because they have so much money, but they just have really bad security. It's like, dude, come on. Do a little better money. Do it. Right? Right, Darren?
Okay.
Am I right, though? Like,
Yeah, and I just asked them that.
what-
I wasn't completely sure. You know, because Sony itself gets hacked all the time, and the PSN gets hacked too.
Right.
So I get, you know, I don't have a system. Well, I have a Sony system, but it's not connected to the net.
Right.
You know.
Was you in the rain, Darren?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, so.
So was I.
Did it stop?
No.
It's still doing it?
Like, it stopped now, but, like, 3 months ago. It finally stopped after all the times. Like, really took a while. Took, like, a couple hours, maybe. I left my afternoon job to get back to school, and it was still raining. When I got my bus, it was still raining. And when I was on my bus, and when I got home, and before you came out, it was raining. So it rained all those minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, then, whatever.
Yeah.
And I later found out we'd been hacked. But it seems to be back to normal now this week. I've never been like booted off PSN or anything, so it seems to be back to normal.
See, I would have thought of a company the size of Sony. How the hell do they not have decent? That thing always gets a decent thing.
Like, yeah. Why the heck does Sony keep getting hacked? Or the PSN keep getting hacked, you know?
I don't know.
You would think with companies like Sony, they would have decent web security.
They don't. They won't. They
The
need
web
to-
security is crap. They keep getting hacked.
Well, you know, I don't understand it either, kiddo.
The Homer Simpson.
Wow, did they just get hacked again or something?
Yeah, as of yesterday, they got they must have got hacked a week ago, because he just mentioned it.
What did they do?
I don't know. I'm gonna ask that.
Hmm. Okay.
What?
The bishops. It says there's one of you sitting on the couch and you're like picking your nose, and I'm outside of the window and it says Nicole can't get enough of this.
Who posted that?
No, I'm looking at the things now. I didn't post them. I just like looking at them because if I find one funny, I might get. Oh my god. Yo, like.
Anyway, from time to time, Josh knows.
I love you.
I love you too. Mm,
My Nikki.
my dad.
Anyway, besides this, so the I would expect that they have some decent people working on.
Yeah, I'm fine. Okay, no, I'll say. Yeah. Okay, carry on.
So, yeah, and I thought they could have hired someone really, really good to run their I don't know, network security.
Yeah.
Is anyone else with some data? Because I've got one. I'm going to go for them this week.
Yeah, try to get that. Yeah, I've got some. I'll let you go first. Yeah, I'm trying to have one. Is Nintendo bringing out a new 3DS? But I don't really know any of the specifics about it. I don't know how it's different from the 3DS that's already out. I don't even know if it is different. I think I just have a bit more memory. I'm not 100% sure. That's all I sort of know. It's not really news. It's kind of like stuff I heard on the grapevine.
We may hear a bit more about it at a later date. But,
Yeah.
we'll all go next. The Sims 4. I always seem to come up with.
Here's your part of the podcast.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Sims 4.
Yeah. I am. It's cool. From 4.
Is anyone else with some data? Because I've got one. I'm going to go for them this week.
Yeah, try to get that. Yeah, I've got some. I'll let you go first. Yeah, I'm trying to have one. Is Nintendo bringing out a new 3DS? But I don't really know any of the specifics about it. I don't know how it's different from the 3DS that's already out. I don't even know if it is different. I think I might just have a bit more memory. I'm not 100% sure. That's all I sort of know. It's not really news. It's kind of like stuff I heard on the grapevine.
We may hear a bit more about it at a later date. But,
Yeah.
we'll all go next. The Sims 4. I always seem to come up with games that no one else is interested in. came out last Tuesday. I've been hyped about this for a long time.
You can get it for your birthday. It just came out last Tuesday.
I know, it came out. Yeah, I know. Actually, my mom's got it, but I can't play it until my birthday comes, so.
Damn it.
What?
Hold on. Damn it. Be right back.
Okay.
Get off for a second. I'll tell you to come back in.
Okay.
Shit.
You okay?
No. Ah, crap. Ramp. Help.
What's the matter?
My foot thing fell off.
Well, it's not that much of an emergency. I could back off.
Get me further.
Nobody else hears. Okay, back up a little bit. I'm gonna call the guys Monday. I don't hear it. I don't care to hear it.
All I'm saying is this thing should have to be back.
I know it does.
Yeah. I'm gonna end it.
You're not gonna be able to. Sorry.
Well, you will.
Alright, that was a service back. Believe me, because this is nuts. We want to disturb anybody. All right. Tough. Enough.
Sorry, I freaked you out.
His foot hold fell off. Pardon me.
I must have called the guy in 1 minute.
Let's put it on reach if you can get your together. Hold still, running my foot over. Let's go get the other thing. So much junk to get out of there. just been back.
I'm not gonna call him on it.
Okay, no big deal. Watch this while you're on.
Eric, I mean, it has changed dramatically, those two different scenarios. And you add to that the video of James Foley and Steve Sotloff being
Hey, I'm telling you,
beheaded,
move up.
and that changed the entire
Up.
dynamic. Does anybody think that the Obama administration foreign policy in regards to ISIS in Syria in particular would be the same if we did not see those two beheading videos? How many people here in Washington?
I don't know what happens.
Hello, Brett.
Just
Quick question. It basically kind of going off of what Crowdhammer had said. Do you get the sense that basically President Obama is looking at this like a chore, as though it's America, almost like being the parents that are rousing a teenager out of his bed to go mow the lawn? This is something that he actually wants to do. And if that's true, how can he rouse, how can he inspire an American public to do something if he himself does not believe in it?
Always love your analogies, Greg. Listen, clearly he has been taken to this and has been reticent to get involved, to hear the inside takes of the national security meetings. Some people telling reporters that it was all designed to convince one person, and that's President Obama. There's a sense that he's convinced now, and after meeting with NATO, there's shots today. Reporters were allowed to see him making a phone call to the king in Saudi Arabia, building this coalition with Muslim nations. I think he's there now, but you're right, it took him a while to get there.
Brett, so you mentioned in May that the president rejected, and Senator Menendez's call to have the plan in place. So then you have an entire summer, so May, June, July, August, now September, the president is going to put forward a strategy. They decided on late last week that they would do the interview with Chuck Todd. Now, an interview gives them the confidence they could have a primetime address. I'm curious, do you think they're actually going to be able to meet expectations, one? And number two, I wonder if this speech is really just specific to ISIS. I hope that it is not, because as these groups metastasize, Al-Qaeda 2.0, 4.0, 6.0, Ryan Crocker called it 6.0, do you think that it's more about a worldview of how we're going to fight a global war on terror, or just specific to this group in Syria?
No, I think a couple things, Dana. One, it'll probably be broader. We're already getting indications of that. The Department of Treasury putting out that they're going to have their own effort to go after ISIS funding, but also extremists, radical extremists, or Islamic extremists, terrorist funding. That's something that I think he's going to have to address. And remember also the context of this speech. This happens on September 10th. Tomorrow, obviously, September 11th anniversary. So that all will have to be a part of this speech. Whether he can meet expectations or not, you know this better than anybody. That's a big thing. This has been supercharged, this speech, and now there's a lot riding on it if you look at the polls, especially for Democrats across the board.
Well, let me just give you a comment on your comment. By the way, thank you for allowing Charles Crowdhammer to come on. We don't get a chance to have him very often, so we appreciate that.
Hey, I don't control his schedule.
I'm only kidding. The expectations for Obama are quite low on this. I mean, the public believes that he's not very good at these things. He's weak on foreign policy. Any pluses that come out of this, and I believe so far the evidence is pretty conclusive that ISIS has been driven back because of finally being bombed and the Kurds helping out. Isn't there really a risk? I mean, the risk is on the Republicans and the Democrats. If they oppose
if you look at the polls, and the latest Wall Street Journal NBC poll, Bob, has Republicans now on the issue of being able to deal with foreign policy challenges up 38 points. You have Chuck Todd, who just did that interview on Meet the Press, saying that President Obama is at the risk of hurting Democrats to the point of Jimmy Carter proportions for this midterm. So clearly, there are others who feel like this is a dangerous moment for politically the Democrats. I think you're right in the sense that the opportunity is there if he hits all of the marks, and the president does deliver on this speech tonight as much as he can without authorizing strikes, and we're told he's not going to tonight. But if he does hit all the marks, there is upside potential, but there are expectations.
And Brett, we're reading reports that he's going to argue for arming these Syrian rebels, the moderates, but there's also reports out there that these same moderates that the president's expected to argue need our weapons and our training were the ones that sold American journalist Stephen Soloff. How does the White House explain its position on the moderates? I mean, it had the opportunity to arm them before. It did not. President Obama, you know, how does he do that tonight? How does he convince them of a position that he himself has been opposed to?
Well, I think that's the biggest challenge. On the report that the moderates sold Soloff to ISIS, we don't have it independently confirmed. There are reports out there. But clearly there's a mixed bag of rebels in Syria. And we've talked about this before. We talked about it months ago when there were talks about arming these folks. And the concern was we don't know really who they are. Democrats and Republicans have that concern. You had President Obama in an interview with Tom Friedman of the New York Times, August 8th, say that it was fantasy to be able to arm the Syrian rebels because they were doctors and farmers and pharmacists and radio operators, and they were never going to have, and they see the interview, they were never going to have the skill to be able to change the ballgame, move the needle. And now it has changed. The Free Syrian Army are the boots on the ground that the president will talk about today.
Hey, Brian, I'm going to push back a little bit on the thought that Chuck Todd interview was so great for the White House. I didn't see it that way. So here's what I think President Obama's big challenge is tonight. It's to match the tone of the American people. So President Obama a couple of months ago told ISIS the JV team. Then he gets asked by Chuck Todd about golfing, and he says, I probably shouldn't misjudge the optics on that. And for me, it would seem like he would have to come up. In the meantime, the Americans are outraged about beheading American journalists. Who's next? Is there a female journalist that's going to get beheaded next? How many do they have? So he has to somehow bring his own outrage or concern to the love of the American people. Clearly, he hasn't, with some 38% or so thinking he's doing a good job with regards to ISIS. So does he come out there bold and fresh and go right at it? Is that what you expect to see from him?
Yeah, and my point about the White House was that the White House believes that the reaction to the Chuck Todd interview changed the dynamic. Not that in fact, it really did. The White House felt emboldened after that Chuck Todd interview, and that's why they moved the speech from afternoon to evening, to prime time. I think that this will be the strongest you've heard on the president. You know, after we saw 3 false starts on those news conferences, I think this will be the strongest he's been, and they won't be shaken.
I actually think that the White House, they might say that was why they changed it, but I have a feeling that their internal polling probably showed what all the other polls have shown this week, and the only way to make sure the American people could focus attention was to preempt the program and have a primetime address, is my guess of what really happened. Greg's getting the last
remember,
question.
you could preempt a lot of people's viewing and go the other way in the polls too.
That's right. That's what I guess expectation and risk. Those are 2 things that I guess he's going to have to put in balance. But now, Greg is going to get the last one. Greg.
Well, he also said one thing. He said that we are far safer than we've ever been, which is true if you factor in, you know, evil things like fattening foods and bullying and evil business owners. Is he going to address the overarching fear that right now we are not safe and that the polls openly contradict what he has said?
He'll have to address safety overall because of the timing, September 10th and September 11th. But Greg, you look at those latest polls, and we have new polls coming out in 45 minutes with Fox, and they are upside down on people believing that we are safer than we were 6 years ago.
I think that's absolutely remarkable in the 6th year of a presidency. Okay, Brett, thank you for being here with us. We'll see you tonight. You can catch a special report, of course, at 6 p.m. and then also a special treat, 11 p.m. Eastern, live tonight with Brett Baer. All right, what would we like to hear the president say in the speech tonight? We're going to take it around the table when he comes right back.
The 5 is brought to you by Mitsubishi Electric Cooling and Heating. Live better. There.
Hot stuff. Not turning the thermostat down. That's not what I was doing. I was just having fun. Come here. Nice and tight. That girl. Hold on. That didn't happen.
practice. There's a better way. Mitsubishi Electric Systems give you the temperature you want in any room with no ductwork and lower energy bills. Mitsubishi Electric Cooling and Heating. Live better. Go to MitsubishiComfort.com.
Hi, I'm William Devane. Look at this. $17.5 trillion in debt. And by tomorrow, it will have risen another 500 billion. Now, if that doesn't concern you, it should. How do you get more control over your investments in retirement with debt like this racking up against you? Buy gold and silver from Roslyn Capital. Gold and silver are the only currencies that make me feel secure, something that paper money can't do. Roslyn will beat any price of any coin at any time. Just call. And Roslyn ships my gold and silver in 10 days or less, faster than anyone else. So if you're concerned by this, protect yourself with this. Buy gold and silver from Roslyn Capital. What's in your safe?
Call now to get a free gold kit, silver kit, IRA transfer kit, and free safe to store your gold. Call 800-630-8900, 800-630-8900, 800-630-8900.
Do you suffer from body aches and muscle soreness? Blue Stop Max for the relief you need.
With over 20 years of research, Blue Stop Max has been proven to alleviate muscle and joint aches. It's a topical gel that provides relief without narcotics.
Blue Stop Max smells great and gives the soothing relief your body will love. For daily relief, try Blue Stop Max. Call 1-800-HEALING or ask for it at Albertsons or your local club stores and super centers.
Hey, pal. You ready?
Can you pick me up at 6:30?
I'm here.
Too late.
I'll go for 5 minutes. Move it. Killing me. Not that. I'm good.
It may be quite a while before he's ready, but our Subaru Legacy will be waiting for him.
The longest-lasting midsize sedan in its class. Introducing the all-new Subaru Legacy. It's not just a sedan, it's a Subaru.
Attention homeowners. Quicken Loans has some very important information regarding the U.S. government's Home Affordable Refinance Program, or HARP. Nearly 3 million homeowners have already taken advantage of this fantastic money-saving program, but there are so many more of you who could be saving hundreds of dollars every month on your mortgage. Quicken Loans is here to help you save money. Why Quicken Loans? The home loan experts at Quicken Loans fully understand the HARP guidelines. We'll work with you to understand your specific circumstances and strive to find the financial solution that's best for you. Then we'll guide you through each step of the mortgage refinance process to make sure that it's both simple and easy. If you weren't HARP eligible in the past, new guidelines could mean that now you are. Give us a call and we'll give you a Quicken Loans mortgage review. It's simple and easy. To learn more about this money-saving U.S. government program, call Quicken Loans today or go to QuickenLoans.com for a mortgage experience that's engineered to amaze.
DOA. So, what do I want to hear from our guy tonight? Here's what I don't want to hear.
It's extraordinary, 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 extraordinary skills, extraordinary, extraordinary team, extraordinary, extraordinary, extraordinary progress, extraordinary, extraordinary, an extraordinary event, an extraordinary summit.
Everything is extraordinary, except his thesaurus. But the time for repetitive